sound of Touhou Unlimited. That's what it's like. One person's like, yeah, awesome, sweet.
Okay, bullets.
Yeah, we are. You're gonna fall asleep over there. What time is it in Japan?
1:30. 8 p.m.
Yeah, PM.
So what's with that picture?
Oh, there's one guy.
Annex Ghost.
Over the years, Touhou has evolved from a very, very simple game. It started off with the PC-98, which, for those who don't know, was basically the Japanese equivalent of the IBM computer. It's a miniature computer designed to be for office use, but eventually it became a gaming machine. And then over that time, Zen released 5 games over a 3-year period, and then took a break. After that, he returned to the Windows platform and has since released 1 game every year since 2002, I believe. So what we have here is the second game, which was the very first bullet shooter.
PC-98.
Yep. Then we have the last PC-98 game right here. As you can see, it looks a bit better. Then we have the first Windows game. And then we have the latest game. As you can see, it gets a lot prettier as time goes by. Oh, we'll show you the art afterwards, don't worry.
Alright, so what's the deal with this game? What is the cast? What's the setting? It takes place in a world called Gensokyo, and that is a magical realm where all of the cool, mystical, magical creatures, the yokai, I probably mispronounced it. Yokai. In Japan, got together and blocked themselves off from the rest of the world because the world was getting too civilized. Yeah, too scientific for them. So they all hid. And it's very cool.
The purpose of each game is basically bad things happen in Gensokyo, and then the heroines have to go deal with it. And for the most part, their reasons are very unknowable. Rainbow, she deals with problems because they get in her way. Marissa, because there's things to steal.
No honor amongst Touhous. Alright, here we got some of the characters. There are a lot of characters in this game. A lot. Well over 200. Really?
I think it's about 113.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, a little bit under 200. Here is the main heroine, Reimu. She's alright. She's a shrine.
Unfortunately, Reimu and Marissa were in the Artist Alley. They couldn't join us to be on stage. Reimu appeared in the very first game, and she's been in every single game except for one of the side games, which starred Aya Shimemaru as a photographer capturing photos of Danmaku, which is the bullets. I'm surprised no one shouted at me based on that. I'm amazed. And yes, as I mentioned, although it was her job to keep things in line, because it actually is her job as a shrine maiden who guards the border, she often more deals with problems because they wind up getting in her way.
Get in her way of getting donations.
Yes, she's very money hungry. In fact, that's the reason for the latest game. She hears about a treasure ship and she says, I want money. Here we have the evolution of her character art.
This is the official art for the game, folks. A little known fact, a well-known fact, is that Zun cannot draw to save his life. He can make video games, he can make great games, but he cannot draw. So, yes, upper left-hand corner, that is the very first Reimu of the very first game for official art.
And then just going by the right, it goes 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And as it shifts, you can see where it hits the windows because she actually has black hair, thankfully. And then, if you look in the bottom row, you can see that one of these pictures does not belong.
Yeah, one looks good.
Yes, that's the art from the fighting game, which was not drawn by Zoom. But his latest art in the very bottom right corner from the Touhou 12 still looks pretty good.
It looks good because her skin isn't green for once.
Now we have Marissa. She initially appeared in the second game as the second to last boss, and then decided to throw her in ever since. And then her favorite things include stars, laser which make a Gundam envious, abusing mushrooms, guiltless theft, which is lots of, and love. And here we have her art.
You can see her character design changed a lot more dramatically. She started off as a redhead in a purple outfit and slowly moved to the whole blonde and black thing you see going on. Yeah, she's changed a lot, more than I think any of the other main characters.
Other characters, as I mentioned, there are tons of other characters, and thankfully we happen to have 2 cosplayers of them.
So you guys want to come up?
Yes, come up.
Don't be shy.
Yeah.
Hide her horns.
Just standing.
Stand and look pretty. And she's being a welfare caguya.
I'm too neat to cosplay. I'll be in swimsuit on this. Right here.
So here we have Suika Buki, who came in the very first fighting game as the final boss of it. Her talents are drinking, 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 and partying.
She is a drunken Oni, which means demon, for those who don't know. Yeah, she's 2,000 years old or something, right? Not that old. She's really old. She's older than most of the characters in the game, even though she still looks like a little girl. A reoccurring theme. And yes, her gourd, as you can see, is filled with infinite sake, which is over there. The gourd is here, but it's filled with infinite sake, which is why she's a party animal.
And the other person is Raisin Udonge Napa, who came into the 8th game, a Perishable Night, and she's a moon rabbit. Yes, there are lots of jokes I can make about her, but I won't. Are you going to take lead? Okay. No, not yet. You're still up there. He's talking about you.
Okay, I kind of forgot where I was going, but
He's a useless
Go
rabbit,
ahead.
only good for sex appeal. Is that where you're going?
no.
Yes.
No, I was just gonna explain a little bit about the moon rabbits, Ayente.
If you're wondering who her boss is, he's right over there. Hey, it's the boss.
Oh yeah, I'm still your boss.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
So the big question. The big question is, why should anybody care about just another shooter? Thank you, girls, for coming up, by the way. Just another little bullet hell game out of Japan made by one guy. Why should anybody care? Why is this game so popular? Why do I see it everywhere? Why is it growing slowly and fast? That's why. This is exactly why. Because of the fan works. Fans like this game, and they make a lot of material based on this game.
Yes, like it has a massive. Basically, the fans make games, they make doujins, they make music. As it stands, the music of this is 450 gigabytes in lossless form.
And there's actually a yearly music festival in Japan just for Touhou music. Flowering Night.
Yes. There are over 300 artists and I think over like 1,200 albums so far.
That's just for remix music of the game.
Yes.
Just for remixes of music.
It covers pretty much every single genre you can imagine, even some you wouldn't imagine, like hip hop and rap.
Everything.
And the reason this happens is pretty much because the plot is left so open that if you can imagine it, it exists. There is a joke that for every situation, there is a Touhou picture of that situation. Even ones you wouldn't imagine, like slave labor. There are pictures of like these characters from Imperial Night working in a field.
The internet has it all.
Yes, this chart basically Touhou's growth.
Here we can see Touhou taking over Comiket.
And they also actually have their own comic convention now called Great Taisai.
Because they were in threat of taking over all of Comiket. As you can see, the Touhou works